As you can see, gents, I'm in my blazer today, so you can feel the early signs of autumn coming. And it gives the illusion that things are cooling down temperature-wise, but yeah, they're not. They're really not. I've just been having a conversation with somebody who does a tour on a long buggy-like thing in Chatsworth, and I find it absolutely amazing that even when faced with incontrovertible, totally unambiguous evidence, people will still argue. And you'll be literally looking at a diagram of the route that this particular bus goes, and him describing it and saying, oh no, it's not private there, and there's literally a gigantic sign saying private, and chaos. You see, it's absolutely everywhere. I think we're in a period of history where things are so chaotic and so fast-paced, people really don't know where they are or what they're doing. And the thing is, it can make communicating with people very, very difficult. And I cannot deny it, my friends. I cannot deny it that there are times where I really do let my ego get in the way of things. And I feel prickly when I behave in certain ways towards people. But I was literally looking at a diagram with this bloke. I said, look, there, it says private. It's literally, it's right there. And it can be incredibly frustrating. And my response to all of this irritation, frankly, this huge amount of irritation, has just been to completely commune myself away from people. And this is one thing that I notice, people being really, really argumentative. And I think, what the fuck is the point of this? But also people, this is something I'm encountering a lot more in the last couple of years, is people attempting to take credit for things that they haven't done. And what was interesting is, in the chat with this bloke that I've just been having, he was talking about the same principle, that, you know, the same development that he's seen in people, where he's suggested various things that have been denied, and then the people who have denied them have come back to him and said, oh, we've got a really great idea. It's like, no, fuck you, that was my idea. And there's ego involved in that as well. But I have to say, I have experienced an awful lot of people trying to take credit for things that I've said. And it's something actually that I noticed a lot during the death throes of my relationship with my ex-boyfriend, is there would be numerous things that I would say to him, and then he'd come back, and as if we'd had no conversation on particular subjects at all whatsoever, that he would say things like, excuse me, what? And I have gotten to a point in my life where I realise, well, I have a choice of how I interact with people, and there's no doubt in my mind that the way that people interact with each other now is very different from when I was growing up. And as well as quite an egotistical streak in me, and a perfectionistic one as well, there's quite an idealistic streak to my personality. But we all know that life becomes simpler when you live in reality, when you're honest and say, right, okay, this is the way that things are. do I choose to be antagonized and be antagonistic with people? And, do I want to be spending all of my time on my own, basically? And the truth is, I haven't actually quite yet figured out what my answer to that question is, which is okay. That's the important thing to remember. It is your life, and it's really important to work at your pace in your way. But that's not always that easy. But when you're sorting yourself out, chaos is the name of the game. It's and the perfectionist in me rails against the fact that it's really messy, and you can feel incredibly, I can certainly feel incredibly impatient and fed up with certain tropes and certain things repeating in my head over and over and over again. But that's going to happen until you learn the lesson from said experiences and said ways of behaving with other people. It's just inevitable. But it can feel like a complete shag. It can feel really irritating and boring, and you can certainly feel like you're not making any progress. But don't do that to yourself. Don't torture yourself totally unnecessarily. But do understand that things are the way that they are, and you're never going to change other people. You can only respond to how you react, how you respond. Always be asking the question, where am I in this situation? Leave other people to their business. And just think, how can I live in the world and interact with people in the most peaceful way for you?